I am going to get involved once more in what I will say is probably going to be another tricky spot. It is 30 big blinds, button versus big blind in an ICM scenario. It is the spot of the week. If you join the DTO Discord, there is a lot of people going over the spot. There's a lot of people talking about hands, looking at ways to improve hands. I'm ready to probably embarrass myself a little bit. If you want to get involved and play on DTO, you can download it for free. You can also get it in the App Store. You can get it in the Play Store. You can get it on the desktop. The version I'm using will be the super high roller tier, which will have all of the range explorer options, which we will go through right now. I'm a little bit nervous because this is going to be a tough spot. It's going to be a tough spot, but I'm going to try to do my best. So as you see, when you go into the DTO user interface, you can go up here, you can go 3-bet spots, heads up spot, ICM, limp, and single raise spots. We are going ICM. I have played 0 hands of big blind versus small blind, or is it? No, we're going to do button versus big blind. Okay, so I actually have 72% GTO here. So here's the stacks. It is big blind versus button. There is 1, 2, 3, 10 big blind stacks. The small blind has 40 big blinds, and we are the biggest stack if we're in the big blind, and we have the 30 big blinds if we're on the button. I'm a little nervous. I am a little nervous. What's the best that anyone has done so far here? So we're on 72%. The best is 82, 84. But what is the actual leaderboard score? So 77% EV loss of 0-1. This is going to be. This is probably going to be pretty tough. Obviously, we're not going to be leading this board, and we're just going to be folding. The one thing, if I remember correctly from going over these spots on DTO, is that there's a lot less big betting, big betting than you would imagine. There is a lot of situations where intuitively I want to bet big, but I don't get to. How many hands are we on? We'll try. Let's see. How many hands did we say? We're on 100. So we'll try and get to 150. So as the big blinder might be leading on this board. There is leading and it's pure lead. All right, we'll get these as we warm up. I haven't done this spot in a little while. I done it when it first came out. So 7, 6, 5. If you look at the range that the button is playing, if we look at the range that the button is playing, they don't have any of the offsuit hands around this board, and they don't even have a lot of suited hands, right? Like the 6s, the 7s, the 7s, the 5s. A lot of it's ripped out. So we just have and then we look at our range, which as the chip leader, we still get to defend a lot of this, right? So we just have a lot more 2 pairs, and we just get to put a lot of pressure on with the 10 big blind stack. So the lead makes sense, even though I didn't find it. I just want to bet real big. I just want to put them under pressure. I just want to bet 6.6. Okay. I think I'm all in. They have a lot of ace highs to call a turn. I think I'm all in. The pressure, man. The pressure. All right, we played it well. Everybody relax. Take a deep breath. We are not embarrassing ourselves just yet. All right, pure check raise the size. I just want to see which do we flat call any queens. Queen 4, Queen deuce. Mostly still check raising the queen even in these ICM situations. Calling a little bit of Queen 9. Queen 4 for some reason is a big one they like calling. Okay. So mostly still check raising. This should be okay. Big blind, I don't think we get to do anything naughty here. With the spade it's kind of tempting. But we're not going to be betting every time, that's for sure. But we'll be betting sometimes. In fact, we are mostly betting. It likes the big bets. Okay, so the way I was thinking about the spot might be a little bit wrong when they cap themselves on the flop, because when the user checks, I thought, yeah, they do. I thought in these situations that they still have some reasonably strong hands. Like they still have ace 10, still have 10s, they still have jack 10, still have all these 10s. So I thought, wait, is that right? Sorry, no, excuse me. That was the wrong range. That was my range. Apologies. Forget that. That was way too much. But still, they still do have like slithers of these 10x, right? And they do still have some overpairs. So I thought we might be restrained from going absolutely nuts. Because on 10-3 deuce, in a non-ICM situation, they're just always betting. But all right, we go again. It feels like I'm playing a lot of the same spots here. I don't think I should bluff ace high. I don't think I should call this ace high either. The reason I'm not calling this is because of their ability to have the stronger hands. If this was in, like, look, they have some 9x, they have some overpairs, they have aces at a strong clip. Now I know that's not all they have, but like, I just thought that this hand would be a bit weak, but apparently not. I think we can definitely mix in checks here. It feels so alien to bet 30% on this board. I don't think I can bring myself to do it. I don't think we should. Yeah, it's 81% of check. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Definitely calling. I wouldn't lead this board, so this is something we need to look into. We need to look into what range is leading. Oh my god, I can't just call, can I? Have to just call. You have to just call. So when they bet 1.5 on Jack 5-4, what are they doing it with? Got some slithers of 2, or no, they got a chunk of 2 pair. They have a little bit of ace jack. I would shove ace jack pre some, so maybe that's a mistake. So it's kind of dominantly top pair, and then I guess some spades, and then we're just doing it with the backdoor flush draws just for duplication. Okay, all right, we're not doing too bad so far. I'll bet. I shall check, and I shall check. I think value bet's got to be 2-10, right? But how have they ever got a better hand than me? I think outside ICM there's to be a bet. Yeah, pure check. Flops a mix. I think that's very, very standard stuff. Fold everything except for pocket aces. I don't think that's what I want to do. A little too tight to fold. I don't think we get the bet super big, but this is tempting. 50%. Anyone for the all-in? Anybody out there for the all-in? I have 6-5. I have 8-4 suited. It likes to call. Where's the turn? It likes a lead on the 8. Get behind that. That makes sense to me. We'll just call. I don't think we should lead. They bet 25% in the flop, so it's not like they're stripped of all queen X, even though they will have a little bit less because they will be a little bit more check heavy. A little bit more check heavy in ICM. It likes the 80% a bit more, eh? It likes 80%. A little bit more on the river. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, can I fold this? That feels criminal, but like 10 big blinds, 10 big blinds, 10 big blinds. Oh, it hurts my soul that that's correct. There is a 30% call, so it's still a mix. But that hurts my soul. I feel like we've started all right here in terms of percentage-wise. 115 hands. I'm going to try to get to 150 because something that I've been trying to do is... I can't fold this one. Is play 50 hands of DTO a day. It really helps now that they're doing the spot of the week where we can play and we can compare ourselves with everyone else that's doing it in the community. But I really feel like the habits that we form where we just do a little bit every day. Because 50 hands, you know, if you're not talking about it on stream and if you're not going through spots like this, you can fly through it in like 30 minutes. And those 30 minutes every day, if you just do it every day consistently, it will really, really help your game. Bluff? Yeah, mix on the river. I like bluff. Roman Poker in the house for 66 months, an avid DTO user. What's the crack, mate? What is the buzz? Hopefully, I don't embarrass myself in front of you. I know that you probably have played 5,000 hands of this spot. Don't see the point in betting. Not gonna call. Check, 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 fold. That one was quite straightforward. Man, to 66 months, that is a hell of a long time. I think I need to get a new sub badge just for Mark and Connor. I just always want to bluff. We have a problem, and we can't help it. Mix the river? Yeah, mostly call. Scott Goodhull in the house is Happy New Year, Fintan and Hannah. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Fold. Really appreciate it, mate. I hope that you had a lovely New Year. And hope that we will get to see each other this year. That would be nice. I don't know if we will. We didn't see each other at all in 2020, right? I don't feel like we did. Tragic, man. My hand's good enough to check raise, but I'm just not sure if I should. I think we should be quite polar. Check. Raise is, or this size is not a thing. Do they just have a load of flushes? So they check a lot of flush draws. Yeah, they check too many flush draws. I think that's why. Alright. I would like to bet this size, but there's just not so much big betting. A double barrel? Betting twice? What is this? Yeah, you just don't get to do the bigger bets. You can go all in though. Alright, alright, I can get behind it. This one is real tough to play. Boom. Class. Out of this world. I don't think 10-8-4 should have leading. I could be wrong. This is ugly. I don't think folding is an option yet though. Oh. Am I punting? Maybe. Yes, I like it. Check, 100%. Do not turn your hand into a bluff. We're trying to make them fold hands that are too strong, I guess. I think it's a good bluff, but not an ICM and not according to the bot. Mistakes have been made. Alright. I don't think I can fold this for 1.5 big blinds. Can fold it on the turn though, absolutely. Get it out of my sight. They have king 4 off. That is spicy. That is proper naughty. Just leading the 8-6 deuce, eh? Wow, they do a lot of leading on 8-6 deuce. That is a hell of a lot of leading. I guess you gotta offset it somehow. I don't get near this. I've probably led in ICM situations on 8-6 deuce exactly 0% of the time in my life. Probably never ever. Tough spots. Okay. This could be a lead. Possibly. 25% feels too thin on an 8. If it was like a 4 or something, maybe. It's 25%. Not too thin. They don't have that much interaction around the 8 in the first place, so the 8 doesn't actually change that much. Knit life, 73%. Is our EV loss is probably not very high still. The best is 0. That must be Dom's account, eh? I don't like this hand. Get it out of my sight. I don't want to put any chips in. Don't give me a turn. I've got a bluff. Oh my god, they're gonna make me bluff. Ah, stop. 80%? Come on. It's expensive to bet 80%. Got deuce 3. This is alien to me to bet this size on the turn. I would never normally do it. It's mostly a check or some of this small size. But like, that's not something that I've done, like, ever. I struggle. I'm just a simple man who likes betting geometrically. All right. Some hands are close. Yeah, this felt real close on the flop, and you can see it is 48% fold. Stop doing DTO or we won't be able to use the Fint hero. No, man, the DTO makes ridiculous hero calls that I don't even make in game. It's just weird to me. But I'm trying to get it right. It's still mostly a check. Okay. All right. No leading from Finty and just folding. Get it out of my sight. Ooh, not so much folding. It likes getting spicy. The lead's not hated. You can see this like bright orange color. That means like it's not a massive mistake, right? Check's still better, but it's not. It wouldn't be a huge error at all. So we go again. We go again. Oh no, my headphones turned off. It doesn't matter. We're not listening to anything. Aces. Aces is a good hand. 10-9 tray is that board in general that you want to bet bigger, but I think on ICM we won't. You gonna play in PogChamps again? I don't know if I get invited, but I don't want to either. This year. I'd love to play in it again at some point, maybe, but the reality is I just want to concentrate on poker as for this year. Does I want to bluff the river? No. Likes checking the flop though. Mark says, I think once for some UFC. Oh, we did see each other at in Malta once, yes. Yes, we did. I'm leading. I'm checking. I don't think we want to bluff our hand. Any 25%ers on that river card? That feels thin, but apparently not. 100% of the time. I guess when I check the turn. Let me look what they check on the turn, because in general they would be capped, but it's hard to know here if they would be. So when they check the turn, like how high, yeah, see they still have queens, they still have queen jack, yeah, no, they still have some very strong hands. Still have aces at a very decent clip. Okay. I don't think I can raise, even though all I want to do is raise and get it in. Surely I can shove the turn for a little bit of protection. They do a lot better than me on this board, but my hand feels like it needs protection. It doesn't matter. You just can't, because they just have too much good stuff on this board. It is very... ICM is a tough thing to learn. Obviously, learning through these sims, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to do it, just because you can get the information so quick. It's like playing a game. I think it's a great way for your brain to remember it. Let's play 17 more hands. I don't know. Let's have a little look at like what they have on that turn when they bet. So they obviously have 6-8. We do not. They have 6-8 off and 6-8 suited, so that's like a huge amount of combos already. They're gonna have 9-7. They're gonna have. They're just gonna have a lot of hands that are a lot better than mine, right? They have 7-4. They have 5-4. They just have a lot of better hands than me on average. 8-6 deuce is a magical board for leading. I've definitely never led 8-6 deuce in my life. I will call one. Is this too wide on the final table? I surely not. Against 25%. I don't call the turn though. It's a mix on the turn. Against 30%, I understand. I can get that. Not gonna be betting. Kind of like bluffing on this river card. No. No, pure check. No bluffing king highs, even with that little 9. No, 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 no. You don't get to. What's the leaderboard? What's the kind of top? Need to get a few extra percent. Obviously, there's some people here with 80 and 81. It's kind of the highest. There's an 84 here, but they've only played 169 hands. So if I could get to like 75, 76, 77 in that region, I feel like we could get up to the top of the leaderboard if we grind it this week. 9-high board, is that lead? Oh, this. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. I just can't because it just feels too alien, even if it's a lead. I kind of want to go all in. No, is it all in? It's check. It's 100% check. Flop was a lead. The flop was a lead. Oh, we could go with the bigger lead on the turn to set it up. We could have led bigger. The 80% lead is not something that you see that much, in my opinion. There, ace jack. The check on the river, eh? Naughty. I don't think ace 7-6 should have leading. Mix. River prefers check. Flop. There is leading. 32% leading on a7-6. I mean, let me look at that range again for DTO. Might be an idiot. They have a7, but they don't have a7 off, and they don't have a6 off. I'll check. I'll block. I know they've got ace jack. I'll fold. Call the river? Yeah, mostly call the river. Don't let the bot bluff you. Do not let the bot bluff you. Those a7 boards, they're tricky. That's something that's hard to remember. Well, it's not that hard to remember, but in game to remember it. It's got to be close, but I have a lot of spades still. No, just pure call. Or raise. I'm gonna bet. My hand can still do with a decent chunk of protection. There is going to be some checking. A lot of checking, 85%. This is the epitome of a big board that we want to bet, right? But imagine bet fold in this hand. I'm gonna check. I don't think we can bet fold. Let me see. 45% check, 25% bet, and then on the turn it's dealer's choice as long as you don't go bigger. Okay. Man, it's stressful because it's all very alien. So they have a obviously big advantage on this board to us. Turn we can check again. Flop we can small bet. I like checking that if that board's better for them in terms of 2 pairs. All right, let's do 9 more hands. We're down to 72%. We're above average, but we're nowhere near the best. I'll bet. I'll find a second bet here. I don't know if I should, but I will. Shouldn't. We just should not find a second bet. It's a pure check. It's just a pure check. Listen, if I was playing outside ICM, you'd never see me doing this little 1/3 bet on the turn. But we're just trying to learn exactly where they are used and where they are not. That one's obviously pretty basic. You can probably check it as well. This one I'd say there's a lot of leading on 5-5x. Can I check shove this? It feels like I should be able to check shove this. $95%. 95%, 25%. Oof. Icho says ICM being a nit and if bet always small. Yeah, pretty much, man. It's tough. It's just very counterintuitive to everything that we learn for chip EV. And obviously these situations don't come up as much. I would like to fold. I'm going to make a real tight fold. It's allowed. Just about. I would fold this in-game as well. Nit life. Alright. This is the flop. Yeah, the flop. I thought the flop might be close. I actually was thinking I wanted to raise it a little bit. Flop, you can just fold. Ace high diamonds, you would obviously never fold. Any of the diamonds that you have, they're just going to be pretty much pure calls. This is only 80% because the other bit will raise probably. I would guess. Don't think you're going to be folding it very often. Anyone for a check with a set? So sneaky. I block what I wanted to call it, right? Nope. Just go big, 100%. If I had any other set, I would have bet big, but I checked the flop, so it's too expensive, right? Down to 71%. Things you hate to see. Things you absolutely hate to see. I just want to see the flop. Yeah, it's still mostly betting. It's a pretty dynamic board. Check. Fold. I would never fold this pre-final table, but I thought on a final table with no spade, it would be a fold. This game's tough, man. This game is tough. We'll bet. We will definitely fold. All right, this is my last hand. What? Okay, sorry. Yeah, it wants me to check a lot, not call. All right, I nearly lost my mind. All right, last hand. Last hand of our ICM spot. I have 6 high. I'm not putting any chips in. I shouldn't have put any chips in. I shouldn't have put any chips in. Oh, I feel like we didn't do too well in that session. Just check. I got 6 high, bro. 6 high. 150 hands, 71%. Listen, we're above average. We'll get better at this. This is the spot of the week. We're going to play more of it. We are going to hopefully get better at it. ICM is a unique way of playing poker. It is so alien to the way we play most of the time. But this spot on DTO, just 50 hands a day is going to probably change how I play final tables so drastically. Now, obviously, it's an extreme situation where there's 3 10 big blind stacks and you're the 30 big blind stack against a 50 big blind stack. Whilst you might not get into such a tough spot to play on a final table, you will be aware of how you've got to play when you're the big stack versus the smaller stack, and when you're the smaller stack versus the big stack with all these threats to bust. The one takeaway that I would have that I need to bring into the game is those boards that are like 8-8-4 and 7-7-6. And those boards where they just don't connect with the button opening range, I definitely don't find enough leads on them. Like I 100%, not even close. I have probably a 0% lead. And that's what I like to use DTO for, is to spot things that I just never do and that the player pool just never does, and try and bring them into the game and take advantage of it. I don't think it's possible to sit here, grind DTO, and remember every single spot and play like a bot unless you're like Bowie or something, right? That's just not possible. But what you can do is notice patterns and bring them into the game and try and apply them as good as you can. Notice little heuristics that come up again and again and again, little cheats that you can make. So that's something I'll take into consideration, is the paired boards leading them from the big blind when it's like 8-8x and below. It might have been 9-9x as well. I didn't get as many of them, but it's something I can look into myself. But hope you enjoyed it. That is the spot of the week for this week, and I will be on next week again with the spot of the week. I'm not gonna lie, kind of hope it's an easier one, but peace.